Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of a Dragon House. Here we go. We have Chris Do, officially signed today. Will be competing on our upcoming event, March 26th in the heart of San Francisco, Kezar Pavilion. Now, Chris, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Who you are and where you're coming from.
Yeah, my name's Chris Do. Been fighting amateur since 2019. Fighting out of San Jose, California.
Now, you've been doing this for a few years. Pretty much a lot of people in the Bay Area well know your brother, Anthony Do, that's fighting in one championship now. And, I think he also did, he did a few fights on my event as well.
Yeah, he came
So
up
now what got you into fighting in the first place? Is this because your brother or because this is something you're doing it on your own anyway?
A little bit of both, mostly for my brother. I actually didn't start training formally until like 7th grade in middle school. Mm-hmm. But before then, he was showing me like shit on the side as a kid, like just at home,
Yeah. It's just kind of like
it's always been a part of my life. So
watching your brother competing and fighting, you're just like, maybe I'll do something with it, right?
Yeah, it seemed the most interesting route to me.
Now, what's your basic martial arts style that you got into the MMA?
I couldn't really pick one style. We learned pretty much everything at one time, so I'd just say freestyle, MMA.
But you also like wrestling in high school as well, right?
Yeah, I do have a bit of a wrestling base. I wrestled 4 years high school and then 1 year junior college at Chabot College in Hayward.
That's awesome. Now, I know you having a little bit of hiccups on your MMA career so far, coming off a couple losses, very tough losses, and then same opponent also beat Andrew Johnson as well. What's going through you after the last fight, taking that loss? What made you different on this upcoming fight?
Well, no one really likes to lose, but if I have to put it up to anything, I would just say I'm learning as I go. So each fight I get a little better. Ultimately, I would have liked to win all my fights, but that's just not how it goes. So
right.
Maybe if I step in against Andrew Johnson, I'll look a little bit better than I did the last couple fights.
Now, you and Andrew are very similar stylistically or physical. You definitely a little bit taller than Andrew. What's your game plan coming into this fight against Andrew Johnson?
I just like to take it a little slower, fight him at a smarter pace. We're gonna have more time to fight too. This is my first fight with
no shin guards.
No shin guards and longer rounds, so the pacing will be a little bit better. So I just say be more patient in there and just apply what I've learned from my last few fights.
Now I know because Andrew Johnson also fought Mark Klominko, is also a teammate of yours. He lost to Mark. When you're watching the way how he fights, what do you see, like what hole do you see in him that you can penetrate, that you can capitalize?
I can't go out and say that he has more glaring holes than anybody else on the amateur scene. Mm-hmm. I've seen him get taken out in his fights, but I'm not one to talk, man. I've been taken out too, so.
Right. Well, you are definitely probably a better wrestler than him. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how this fight's gonna play out. And all the opponent that you fought, even though you take a loss, you fought a very game and tough opponent.
Yeah.
You fought guys that are undefeated, kind of running through. I think both the guys that you fought, Carrion Sounder at the 135 pounds, a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. He's undefeated, 3-0 now.
Yeah,
and then your last opponent that you fought, he's also undefeated. You don't really fight anybody, like a rookie. You're fighting guys that like in the top leagues, in the amateur league.
Yeah.
So now this upcoming fight, I know you guys fighting at 125 pounds. You definitely gain a little bit of size advantage because the fight 2019 you were fighting in 135 pounds.
Yeah.
So what do you walk around weight right now?
I stay pretty light relatively. I'd say I'm like 138 regularly.
Yeah.
Like in camp. I'm not hella big, but I think I got a little bit of size on my opponent.
Yeah, for sure. And as the reality, last night Andrew Johnson, when he's coming down here training, I actually want him to eat some more because he barely even make 135 pounds. So,
I don't know, man. He looks a little thick.
No,
not disrespectfully.
That is the truth. I've been trying to talk to him, like maybe even go down to 115. Nothing to hide, but it's just the fact it's an amateur fight. Like he is a really small for even a flyweight. But the guy's only 5'3", so there is no reason for him to even fight at 125. But I get it, amateur, you don't want to cut too much weight and kind of, you know, hurt yourself or something. But like, he is like 135 pounds, even walking around last night. And just a lot of my flyweight is basically so much bigger than he walks around in the 40s, you know. So, but it is what it is. You know, it's an amateur fight. I think you guys also want to get some experience, you know, and under the spotlight and trying to perform, you know, the way you're training at the gym. You know, that's the idea.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know.
it's all about.
Yeah. So now, what do you see yourself from here on, or how much longer do you think you want to keep doing amateur before you jump into the pro league?
I'd like to wrap it up at the end of this year. Hopefully, if all things go to plan, I'd say my goal would be the end of the year. Maybe not debut at the end of the year, but just be ready so I can make my debut next year for professional.
You are 21 now, right?
Yeah, I just turned 21 in August of last year.
Well, you know, it's a very good age actually. You know, you've been doing this for a few years.
Yeah, I started fighting right when I turned 18.
Wow, that's 3 years.
Yeah, my first fight was on your show in March of 2019.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
that's exactly 3 years.
Yeah, time flies.
Time flies. Well, this is awesome. Now, if people want to get a hold of you, how can people contact you to buy tickets, come watching you fight?
Best way would be on Instagram. It's simple. It's just CDO, DO 408. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, it's CDO 408. That's the best way to get hold of me for tickets. DM me or whatever.
Now, do you have any special loved one, training partner, coaches that you want to shout out to, or sponsors for this upcoming fight?
Shout out to Andogs MMA. Been working with them a lot over in Gilroy. Shout out Coach Andog. Shout out my coaches Rick Soto. Shout out One World Jiu-Jitsu in Newark, and Mike Prudencio, and the whole team over there.
That's pretty awesome. Now, a question out of all this, everything else before this fight, do you have anyone that 125 pounds in the Bay Area that you wants to fight?
Yeah. Ultimately, I would like to get all my losses back. I know Kieran Saunders is still around. I've talked to him. We have like a pretty respectful relationship. We don't talk shit to each other or nothing, but he's game, I'm game.
But he's 135 though, isn't he?
Nah, he don't cut that much.
Yeah, that's true.
We both don't cut that much.
But
I think
I know-
we both weighed in under 135 for that fight.
Yeah, I talked to him. He said when he turned pro, he's probably gonna get to 125. You know, so if you ever make a pro debut, do you want to stay at 25?
Oh, for sure, yeah. For sure,
So
yeah.
then you guys probably meet somewhere down the line.
Yeah, that could happen.
And then who else you want to fight besides Karen Zauner?
I can't really picture any names right now. Like I said, I just want to get back on my losses. That's pretty much it.
That's
But
awesome.
if I don't, ultimately, it's amateur. I mean, I'm just trying to get better for the pro leagues, to be honest. So.
That's good. That's pretty awesome. Now, if your opponent Andrew Johnson watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
I can't talk shit. I'm on the home property. I don't know what you guys might do to me. So
Come on now.
I'll see you on March 26th, and I'll keep it at that.
Well,
May the best man win.
everybody knows you fighting in my show. It's a very mutual ground. That's a good sportsmanship. Nobody have a bad blood. You and him both in the learning curve, you know. So he coming off a couple of hiccups and a couple of losses, and so do you. So this fight's a very evenly matched. I really don't think either one have an advantage. Like I said, both you guys want to get some experience out of this, and he's been doing this for a long time, but not very consistent in his training. So I've been telling him, 24, 25, you want to make something out of it, get 1 or 2 more Emmy, maybe even go pro. So otherwise, what's the point of keep doing it, right? So it's the same boat. But the only problem about Andrew is, you know, pretty much honest with you, size is what he has a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Almost every opponent to fight him, I'll muscle him and I'll string him. You know, so like, not that he's not technical, he's just a little bit too small.
Yeah.
You know, you can't walk around in 135 pounds that want to turn pro at 125. It just, you either
Not
lift,
this day and age.
yeah, you know, you either lifting a little bit, get bigger, you know, or you either go down one weight class, kind of like your brother. You know, your brother fought at 125 as an amateur. Now he pro at 115. And he
Yeah.
has a pretty good success in his pro career so far. You know, that's pretty awesome. Now, for more upcoming this fight card layout and the lined up, please check out DragonHouseMMA.com, ladies and gentlemen, and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Give me some love and support. And this year we have 4 events: March 26th, May 28th, and then August 20 back to Cal Palace. And the last event of the year is November 12th. And any fighter out there want to hop on the train, get yourself a spot to fight, make sure you guys DM me. All you guys know how to get a hold of me. Do you have any last word to anyone you want to shout out to say to?
Nah, not really. Shout out to my brother.
All right. So when is your brother fighting again?
I don't know if I can talk about it, but he's trying to get a fight. You know, he's just trouble getting shit booked, but he's still active. He's still training, man. He's still around. He's still on the come up. So.
Well, I think the biggest issue for U.S. fighter fighting overseas now because the pandemic.
Yeah, it's been fucking with us.
You know, it's kind of like hard to travel because, and then you travel to different country. I think the quarantine, like even go to Asia, most countries 14 days quarantine.
Yeah.
So it's like you pretty much a whole month is gone before you even get to the fight.
Yeah.
And then the 14-day quarantine, no training, and you need a cut weight. That also can be a big factor for a lot of U.S. fighters fighting overseas. But anyhow, good luck with Anthony Doe on his upcoming fight, and good luck on you. And there's no bad blood whether you're fighting guys from this gym. A win is a win, a loss is a loss, and it's all tunnel vision is between you and him once the cage doors lock.
Yes, sir.
So, good luck on your fight.
Yep.
We'll see you guys on March 26th. Here we go. We have Cristo, another young, upcoming, hungry fighter. So definitely keep your eyes on him. Good to have you on board, brother.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Back.
All right.